your first question itself is very interesting. We started this movement of Bangalore Realtors Association India in 1998, and that has been a very challenging journey. At the same time, very interesting, where we wanted to bring entire broking community into one umbrella. So we thought, being a most disorganized sector in broking community, we said, well, let's bring them into an association, form an association and start this movement. God has blessed us and guided us to form this association, where a handful of people joined me, and they gave a lot of helping hand to form this association. And I think today we are proud to say that we started with a very small way of about 10-15 members. Today we have more than 175 members in the association. We have kept some parameters how brokers can get the admission into the association, where they have to have experience, they have to have a IT number, professional tax number, and all these things, service tax number. We brought this association basically to bring awareness also to the brokers that we have to show transparency, sincerity and professionalism towards the customers. So that evolved, and today we have been most welcomed and recognized by the leading developers in Bangalore for having this association, Bangalore Realtors Association India. As far as NAR India is concerned, we had this movement started about 5-6 years back, where I have my IPP Farooq Mahmood, who's with me. We both attended this initial meetings in Delhi. One gentleman from US, Mr. Norm, he and another local gentleman from Pune, Naresh Malkani, they both invited us. We went there, sat down, discussed, understood what's going to be NAR India. NAR is the largest association in US, which has 1.3 million members. So they wanted us to form an association here and sign a bilateral agreement where they'll give us a support financially, they'll give us education, and they'll guide us how to grow with more association all over India. So NAR India is nothing but an association of associations. This was formed about, as I said, five years back. We're registered offices in Bangalore. So I'm one of the co-founder members of the association, and we have grown strength to strength. We started with just about, I think, 3 to 5 associations we had. Today we have about 27 associations. So we have more than 2,000 kind of members in that, put together with 27 associations all over India. So now what's happened is, by bringing this NAR India, it has become a great boost for the brokers, where today not only locally we can operate nationally, and also we are connected with internationally. It's like ICRIA and a lot of associations, FANAM, a lot of abroad associations of US and Europe have taken we have taken affiliation with them, NAR India. So we are totally connected with all the broking community all over the world. And today there's a voice. Today we need to represent ourselves in Delhi. NAR India is a voice today. If we need to talk anything on real estate sector, at least there is we can put in this kind of strong voice at the government level, central government level. Of course, I started my real estate career in 1974. On my own, I established this company in 77 now. So close to 4 decades I've been in this business. It has been very challenging when I started this business, where even to get a telephone line was a big challenge. We had to have a waiting period of 5 to 7 years, and affordability of having to pay the deposit of 5,000 to be the telephone exchange, where booking is required to pay 5,000, we didn't have money. and the business was very hard to come in, where people, very low income salaried people were there. They opted more for having to take places on rental than to purchase. That time we didn't have the housing finance, we didn't have higher income group people. So the journey was tough for us to even convert every business. We had to put a lot of efforts to convert that business. Any deal was just coming to our doorstep. It was not easy. It was very tough. So the journey has been tough but challenging, interesting, and the growth has been very good. As far as managing this organization has not been difficult, because once we are committed and we are sincere and dedicated to this kind of organizations, then we have enough time to manage NAR India. I was also honorary secretary. I was vice president, honorary secretary. Now today I hold the post in NAR India as a vice chairman advisory board. So we are managing quite well. NAR India has been growing strong. BRI has been growing strong, and by grace of God, Research Property Matters also has been growing strong. Today, I feel being in the business for very long and what I have seen the ups and downs. Today, there are a lot of youngsters who intend to take shortcut methods, where in every AGM, in every educational programs, I highlight and I give advice to the youngsters. Just be sincere, be transparent. Business eventually will come to you. The time what we did business and today what you are doing business, you have far better facilities and much more easier to do business than when we used to do. So more as a guide, as a philosopher, I love to give them advice, give them guidance besides my business, which I like to pursue this. Basically, the growth has gone into leaps and bounds since I think between 10 to 15 years. One of the major factor was the IT industry. IT industry has given a lot of boost to the real estate industry, which now added with biotechnology also. Whereas we had earlier era where government export was booming, and today it's not only IT and BT today, even floriculture, that growth is there. So there are a lot of avenues and lot of new ventures are coming into Bangalore, has given a lot of boost to real estate industry. Real estate, of course, is flourishing today, has abundance choice in residential. All the top notch developers have given a very good choice to the customers. Of course, projects are more in abundance, so the buyers have the better edge for bargaining power, and they also have a good choice in different locations of Bangalore. Both growths have been excellent. Good IT parks have come in outskirts, and of course today CBD has been a little more congested, and parking is a big challenge. So IT industries prefer to be in outskirts. So that has given a lot of growth for outskirts, where campuses, IT campuses have come in. And it's not only that, connectivity. The infrastructure of connectivity can improve by the government. It can really develop far more better. Roads, rail, airports, ring roads which have been improving now, and the biggest boost which we are going to get once the project gets completed is metro. So once the metro gets completed, that can give a great boost, and it can just change the demographic of Bangalore, east to west, north to south, because the reach will be very easy. Retail can grow, residential can grow, and commercial can grow.